Well, it's back to set review season again, because in just a month and a half, North America gets Special Booster 2.5. With that, it's time to review some of the cards again in manageable chunks, and while I normally would start with the BT19 cards, I'm going to go backwards and provide some insight to not just the English audience, but the Japanese audience as well with the up and coming cards. First up for this video is going to be the Liberator cards, featuring the characters Shoto Kazama and Violet Inboots. What exciting cards do we have in store? Let's dive right into it. Starting with Shoto Kazama, this tamer returns as yet another 3-cost tamer. Shoto Kazama has a start of main effect, where by returning this tamer to the bottom of the deck, you may play one Shoto Kazama from your hand without paying the cost. Could be the promo, could be the memory fixer, could be the best version of gifting blocker and more. But at the same time, if you don't have a Digimon, you may play one level 3 Digimon card with the avian or bird trait from your trash without paying the cost. Additionally, end of your turn. By suspending this tamer, you may suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and until the end of their turn, one of your Digimon with the Vortex Warrior trait gets plus 2000 DP. I haven't thought too much on this particular card yet in regards to implementing it into my deck, mainly because this card does a lot, but I'm not sure how it'd be effective. While Vortex can be a powerful keyword, Blast Digivolution and other Digimon effects have significantly nerfed this deck's capability. Lastly for Shoto, a new level 6 boss monster appears in the form of Zephyrgamon Ace. This Digimon has 13,000 DP, a Digivolution cost of 5 from a level 5, and is an 8 play cost. This card is very comparable to level 7 Digimon in terms of cost for Blast Evoing. Effect-wise, it has Piercing, Vortex, and Blocker. Additionally, this Digimon may Digivolve from a level 6 Digimon with a play cost of 10 or higher with the Vortex Warrior trait for a cost of 1. It really does feel like a slide form Mega-wise. All turns, once per turn when any Digimon suspend, this Digimon may unsuspend, meaning if your opponent attacks, you can unsuspend and block. On play and when Digivolving, you may suspend one Digimon, could be yours or your opponent's Digimon. Then for every 2 suspended Digimon, you may return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. The only hilarious board state that makes me laugh to this is Quartzmon in combination. Sadly, they don't really mesh. Moving to the real goodies of this video, Violet Inboots debuts her partner Digimon Ghostmon along with his entire Digivolution line. Demimeramon is a simple level 2 that on deletion, you may return one Digimon card with the ghost trait from the trash to your hand. Returning level 6s will be very crucial for this deck. Candlemon has Retaliation and has an inheritable on deletion that by trashing one card in your hand, lets you delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Floodgate Hater, oh yes. Ghostmon is the mainstay of the deck that is your searcher for a ghost trait Digimon, and one card with the Liberator trait, Tamer included. The rest get bottom decked. This Digimon has an on deletion effect that gains you 1 memory. Soulmon follows the same line of thoughts as Candlemon, with an on-play and when Digivolving effect that gifts Retaliation to one of your Digimon, and an on-deletion effect deleting a level 4 or lower Digimon for the inheritable. While bakemon fulfills the role of playing Violet Inboots if you have 1 or fewer tamers. And like Ghostmon, on deletion you gain 1 memory. While somewhat basic, getting to the level 5s is where you start introducing a slew of new effects that are honestly really nice. Phantomon has the new keyword Execute, where at the end of your turn, this Digimon may attack. At the end of attack, delete this Digimon. In addition, your opponent's unsuspended Digimon can also be attacked with this effect. Nifty. We'll come back to this keyword in a bit. On deletion, you may play one level 4 or lower Digimon card with the ghost trait from the trash without paying the cost. Its inheritable is the same as the on deletion. Execute can be a nifty way to either force the deletion of your opponent's Digimon via Retaliation, or your Digimon to play another. Metalphantomon is a Digivolve for 4 from a black or purple Digimon, but interestingly it can Digivolve from Phantomon for a cost of 1. This Digimon has Blocker and an on-play when Digivolving effect by deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or lower Digimon. Its on deletion is simply Digivolve 1. And while this Digimon is a cyborg and X-antibody trait, it is also treated as a ghost type. Likewise, reapermon makes its grand return as a level 6 Digimon with Collision and Blocker. All turns, once per turn when an effect Digivolves your opponent's Digimon, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. This one is a very interesting effect, because as the turn priority player, if you're attacking and your opponent Blast Digivolves, This means that you'll de-digivolve before their when digivolving effects trigger. Interestingly, if your opponent scrambles or trainings into a Digimon, because they are the turn player, they will proc their effects first before the de-digivolve goes off. Finally, when this Digimon is deleted, delete one of your opponent's playcost 4 or lower Digimon, or Tamers. Tamer Hate in purple is absolutely nice. Which takes us to the real boss monster for Violet Inboots in the form of Necromon. This Digimon also has security attack +1 and execute. On play and when digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level. On play and on deletion, you may play one level 5 or lower Digimon card with a ghost trait from your trash without paying the cost. Meaning you can digivolve into this Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level, then use execute to attack into another Digimon or their security to deal 2 security damage, or retaliate against another body, before your on deletion effect triggers to play out metalphantomon or phantomon to do more shenanigans. Considering you could be gaining enough memory to retain turn, or even use analog youth, you could digivolve into a second Necromon, but it won't be able to attack. Violet Inboots returns as a 3-cost tamer. Start of main, if your opponent has a Digimon, gain 1 memory. Your turn, when any of your ghost trait Digimon are deleted, by suspending this tamer, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon card with a ghost trait in the hand, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Meaning with Necromon, you can attack, end of attack delete itself, and before you trigger Violet Inboots, trigger the on deletion effect of Necromon to play a level 5, and then any other on deletion effects before Violet comes into play. You can also sequence your level 3 and 4 effects to gain memory or delete more Digimon, and then you must trigger demimeramon last to retrieve the Necromon before you suspend Violet Inboots. If you trigger demimeramon before you play up the level 5, you will lose the level 5 being played by its on deletion effect. It must be last. Violet makes that Digivolution cost cheaper. So all in all, how does this archetype round itself out? With an option card, of course. Apparition Legion is the option for the deck, an 8-cost option that main, by returning up to 9 levels total worth of Digimon cards from your opponent's trash to the bottom of their deck, you may play 1 Ghost Trait Digimon of each return card's level from your trash without paying the cost. Then, the Digimon played by this effect gains Rush and Blocker until the end of your opponent's turn. In the security, you simply play 1 level 5 or lower Digimon with a Ghost Trait from your trash without paying the cost. To break this down, if you can spin back a level 6 and a level 3 Digimon, you may play a level 6 and a level 3 Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. A 4 and a 5 also lets you set up potential board shenanigans, especially if you're playing Purple Ace Digimon. Though frankly, it's basically an 8-cost option that lets you play back any level Digimon assuming your opponent has one in their trash. Like always, let's look briefly at a deck profile for this particular deck. For the level 2s, by default you'll want to use the new demimeramons, though for consistency, the old BT3 demimeramons could also be used. Frankly, if you're going to go with the higher top end and abuse the option card more, I could realistically see the BT15 demimeramons also being played at higher numbers to cycle through the deck. Level 3 wise, you'll definitely want the Candlemon and Ghostmon discussed in this video, but your last level 3s are widely a toss-up. On one hand, you have Gazamon and Tsukaimon for additional memory gain when your Digimon is deleted, or you could fill it with floodgates like Psychmon, especially with Medieval Gallantmon being more popular. Memory blocking Gazamon doesn't feel like the play for the up-and-coming format. Level 4s, you have to definitely play 4 bakemon for the free play of Violet if you have 1 or less Tamers, while your other level 4 Ghost Digimon flips between consistency from BT15 bakemon and soulmon from this set for deleting floodgates. Both provide retaliation, though one is an inheritable while the other is temporary. No changes for the level 5s because you'll want phantomon and metalphantomon. And like a normal stack lineup, 4 Necromons and 2 reapermons. Option-wise, 2 Apparition Legions for endgame finishers, while Purple Scramble and Wisdom trainings help with consistency. And to round out the deck, 2 Memory Fixer Violet Inboots, and 4 copies of the new Violet. But again, this is just my preliminary thoughts on what to build with the deck if you were to go with mainly this set. Overall, I'm really excited to playtest this deck, and if you haven't checked out my Digimon Liberator reads, fellow content creator Curiosity plays Violet herself. Check out those videos if you're interested, but above all, I hope this video helped provide some insight on the up-and-coming Liberator cards. What were your favorite cards, and why? Let me know in the comments as I start diving through other archetypes of this set. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.